I'm Dr. Rajani. I'm in Gangnam, Korea. Now, first off, some of you might be offended by this video. Only watch the video if you're into aesthetics, because this is raw footage of what's happening here in Korea. Take this corner, look behind me. Enhance your self-esteem. Nice Ferrari parked right in front of it. I'm sure you're gonna pick up other clinics. There's an Opus clinic behind me. Look up here, hair transplant. Every building has 4 to 7 aesthetic offices, and I just passed PDRN specialty clinic. Why might you be offended? Well, they're obsessed here with beauty. So what I'm gonna go through today are the top treatments in Korea, but even walking into my hotel room, they're certified as a aesthetic travel hotel. Here's the exact plaque. I took a picture for you. It was at my check-in. Gangnam Medical Tourism Alliance Partner, and the certification number. You can't get away from it here. So if you're offended by aesthetics or you're offended by beauty, and what I'm going to talk about today, because sometimes you guys comment, hey, what about me at 70? What about the 60-year-olds? Well, they're starting here from very, very young ages in the procedures I'm going to talk to you about today. I mean, there's stuff you don't even see. Check this out. There's a plastic surgery clinic right there. A beauty center right up here. This is all the same corner I'm coming to you from. Wuhan Women Clinic. It's all over. Check that out. Body Face Aesthetic Clinic. I think I'm making my point, but look at the top of this building. Again, right here, 7-Eleven. If you look, there's beauty all over the front of the 7-Eleven. Of course, there's sheet masks in there, but look above it. The Dream Hairline hair transplant right next to another hair transplant place. So everything all over. You get the point. Let's start. So you get what I'm saying. If beauty is the passport to success, well, Korea is it. And that does offend people sometimes. Okay, number one, I call it, and I don't know if this is a term that is going to take hold or I'm just seeing it, but it's the no change face treatment. So no look different. So what happens is people are coming in and they're getting 7-step facials. This is very common around here, and often they're paying anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500. They come in, they get their 7-step facial or whatever they're getting, but they look no different. And they're totally fine with not looking different. In fact, they're stoked with their treatment. You see, for Koreans, a facial is like flossing. It's gentle, consistent, and preventive. For Americans, however, well, they want to pay the price for a facial, but leave looking like they've been through a witness protection makeover. How different is that from America? Because in America, people come in and they want to look different because they want to see what they got for their money, but they don't want anyone to know. So it's a real dichotomy there. So here's the thing. What are they doing for these no look different treatments? They're getting multiple steps. So consider the first step is often cleansing. The next step is often a little facial massage or even muscular stimulation, EMS. And then the next step would be an exfoliation, and then a repair of the barrier, and finally soothing for what's called Chok Chok skin. So you heard of glass skin? Let's talk Chok Chok skin. That's number 2. So Chok Chok skin is that ultra hydrated, kind of a glass skin look. How do they get it? What are people going in to get? It's a combination of often lasers, gentle lasers, plus ultra hydration. Hydra-type facials, but often a series of multiple masks, like Korean sheet masks of various types. There's now long-term and short-term facial masks. I'll go through that in a complete video, but that's why these procedures often take 2 or 3 hours in a clinic. A couple different lasers, darks, reds, and then ultra hydration. Chok Chok skin. Let me know if you want a complete video on that, because that is all coming to America and around the world. Now, same block, same street, you see, I just happened to find a PDRN clinic, and that's part of Chok Chok skin. I was at, I think maybe she wanted to be in the video. So part of Chok Chok skin is PDRN. How funny, I'm just walking, same street, same block, and there's a PDRN clinic. That's salmon sperm facial that you'll know about. You can see right here, it's a little blurry, but it says PDRN clinic, and look below here, premium lifting clinic. They do use the word lifting here a lot, and I know it triggers some people thinking the only thing that can lift is a facelift. I also just passed a PDO lifting clinic, and I'll update you on that in a second. Let's not get hit by cars today. And so I was at actually the PDRN factory. There's many here, but most importantly with PDRN, then there's PN, polynucleotides, and polydeoxyribonucleotides. The difference is key, and I'll link my video to that. Here I'm in a clinic in Gangnam, and we're going to inject PDRN, and here you can see we're injecting it into a face. I never know how much you guys want to see of the actual procedures we're doing. Just let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to share everything, I just don't want to bore you. And by the way, click like and subscribe if you like these videos. But you want to make sure it's a sustainable factory. And I was at the factory, I visited, but you want to have real product. Because to get real results, you need real product. And there's over 50 at least brands of PDRN that I'm privy to in Korea, and I've been to several factories. But PDRN is still tops, and it is part of Chok Chok skin. The only reason it's not so much is because there is a little downtime. PDRN does hurt when it gets injected. You can see me in this video injecting it in a clinic here in Gangnam, and it's very common, but you get an idea. There's several ways to do it, but the nappage technique is what we typically use. Now, what about exosomes? Yes, PDRN's hot. Exosomes is still hot over here. Again, it's a little more invasive. Here, often they're injected, much like PDRN. Understand, in the United States, they're not meant for injection. They're not FDA approved for injection, just like the salmon sperm facial. So they're used as topicals. That story is for another day. Just to understand, PDRN and exosomes still very hot. And I want to show you this method. I was at the factory yesterday of exosomes, one of the biggest ones, and I did talk to one of the top scientists in the world. But look here how they're measuring in this video using laser technology, bouncing the laser off of the exosome particles. Check this out. It's the same way by measuring CD factors, how we measure it, and it's been found in PRF, platelet-rich fibrin, which can be injected in the US. That's the difference. Now, here's one for you that I think might be a little bit new. The next two are gonna be new. The baby face look, baby face fillers. What does that mean? That is the lack of harsh angles. So that high chisel cheek, that buccal fat reduction, so the hollow below here, and that sharp jawline, that's out. Baby face fillers are in. And yesterday I looked at the face of a gal, she was 26. She said, what do I do? Supermodel. Anywhere else in the world, this girl's a supermodel. I looked. I said, there's nothing. Well, her face dropped. Her expression fell faster than a Botox brow before the 2-week mark. She looked at me like I just canceled Christmas. She wasn't happy. They want to do something. They want to do some procedure, but she already had the baby face. Anything added would have detracted from that look. So you have to know where you're working, what the culture holds, but I'm sure we're going to see this coming in North America. And the baby face is just that, looking younger. Think the vermilion border of the lip. They don't want big lips, but you want a crisp vermilion border, no lip lines, no lines, wrinkles, or folds, a narrow chin, so a narrow chin, not the wide chin, so some slimming of some toxin here of the masseter, and then soft angles like a baby. That's the baby face. Can be done with fillers, and it goes to show you there's hundreds of fillers over here. The filler that's used, the type of filler, is absolutely key. You can't use a hard, robust filler. It's also why biostimulators like PCL, which is Guri, PLLA, and I saw 5 different forms of PLLA, we know Sculptra, in this country yesterday. And of course, why injections of PDRN and exosomes are done. It gives the baby face. What do we have in America? PRF, because it's all about facial fat pads. That's the #1 treatment we have for the baby face. So if you want a complete video on how to create the baby face, I'll do that too, but it's what we do all day long here. Of note here, I did find my Tim Hortons, my Canadian coffee. Check it out here. Now there's a little treat above it, maybe lips and lattes. I don't know what you want to call it. Here's another one I think a lot of people are going to find new, although we did it 6-7 years ago without knowing it in a sense. Some practitioners in the USA did it. It's called baby threads. So take PDO, polydioxanone, or PCL, polycaprolactone threads, But instead of being the big lifting threads, think about small threads. So instead of being, say, an 18 gauge thread, think about a 24, 25 gauge barbed thread. And we had these years ago in the United States. Why did they leave? Well, because people want a jacked up face. They want to change the face. Remember what I said about the no change face treatment? Well, people are very happy to come in and get subtle changes. And these small threads, you use more small threads as opposed to just a couple large threads. And it also decreases the incidence of side effects and downtime. So think about putting 20 small barb threads to lift in different vectors to create that baby face and to build collagen, as opposed to these big jacked up threads which have more side effects, they hurt, they have more downtime, and what some people say, they make a facelift more difficult. That can be true, but only within 6 to 8 months after getting them. And same block, same area, check this out. Plastic surgery with stem cell research. I mean, you can't walk down one block here without being inundated. It's hustle and bustle. There's clubs all over the place. So if you want to stay out late and party a little bit, you can. And there's a lot of food, drink, people drink beer, and a lot of stuff I don't even know what it is, but I order it and drink it, but I'm never really sure what it is. But those same baby threads I talked about, think about the baby brow lift. So that's another treatment very common here. It can be done with toxin. I was at Toxin Factories yesterday, right next to where the KFDA is, the Korean FDA, but there's many toxins here. So it can be done with toxin, but also the baby threads. So they don't want a jacked up look. They want a subtle brow lift. It can be done with fillers, biostimulators, and surgery. Speaking of surgery, walk into my hotel and people, remember I said you might be offended by the video because people are openly talking about it. Walk around the streets, people getting their double eyelid surgery, people getting full facelifts. They're hanging out in the lobby of my hotel. You can say, hey, they're like, Dr. Rajani, I want to talk about my journey. I want to talk about my treatment. There's nothing taboo here. They're on what they call the elevator. They're trying to elevate their life and they're getting procedures done because aesthetics is valued. Okay, now we're going to see how right or incorrect I am. Here's a 7-Eleven. I haven't been in this one. They're all over the place, but I always tell you there's Korean sheet masks everywhere. And that is a hot trend. Whether I was in the PDRN factory, whether in the toxin factory, whether I'm in the Exosome factory, they all have Korean sheet masks that they're making. And that's where I'm going today, but let's see if I'm right. Come on into the 7-Eleven. Let's see if they have Korean sheet masks in here. I'm a little nervous because I could be wrong. I hate being wrong in front of you guys. Let's go. Now, we're in another country. You got to be respectful. If we get kicked out, we get kicked out. Go ahead.
Listen.
Okay, let's see. Boy, I don't want to be wrong here. I better find them. Maybe I'll have to tell the 7-Eleven they have a wrong 7-Eleven. They don't have them in here. So far, no go. Let's check. Wait, natto. They might have natto too. That's another video. Let's go. Hello, sir. Korean sheet mask? Skincare?
Skincare mask.
Yes, yeah. You can see they're all over here. Just about every store has them. Now, I did say you might be offended. This is the advertising. I mean, these are young people coming in. This is the tagline. Who is next? This is how ubiquitous this is in Gangnam. That's a very typical ad. What say you? Comment below. Let's move on. Okay, you guys see what I'm seeing already. I just had dinner. I'm going in for a Timbit into Tim Hortons. This is one with the cosmetic laser vaginal surgery above it. Okay, let's see if they actually have Timbits. I see the honey cruller. Yes, they do. Look. Timbits and a honey cruller. That's my favorite. But keep in mind, it's not just the face. Body is very commonly addressed here, especially intimate areas. And the factories I was at, again, the PDRN, the Exosomes, they also had special products designed for the intimate areas. So it's a big trend, as is hair. Okay, this is Gangnam at night. Now I just ate, and it's 7 o'clock. I ate what would be called early here, but you can see it's really lively and it's pretty active. So a lot of people just start eating probably in another 2 or 3 hours. I love it because everything's open until 3 a.m., 4 a.m., the barbecue I just ate at. And so if you're jet lagged, you just get up whenever you want and you eat whatever you want. But this gives you an idea. There's a nice little sushi place here, and you can see another one over there. So anything you want me to expand on, I have all the information up here. You just have to let me know in the comments below. What do you want me to focus on from this video that you need more detail about Korea, about skincare, about where this is going? Stay tuned here. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant from Korea.